Hello guys, welcome back to the Free Hammers. This is our review, if you can call it that, of the 4-2 disgraceful massacre that appeared on my birthday last night on BT Sport. Listen, the FA Cup was a tournament that I really thought was opening up for us, especially the results earlier in the day. Obviously, there was a lot of Premier League teams that were dropping because there was a lot of all Premier League ties. But as always, it wasn't to be, and I think you can look straight away at the starting lineup, guys. You know, Masuaku and Antonio at fullbacks. No matter what team you're playing, they're not good enough. They're not good enough to play there. Ogbonna, just, yeah, he hasn't been on top of his game. You would expect him to be able to play against a League One side that are bottom of the league. Obviously, the midfield of Snodgrass, Obiang, Noble, up top, Chicharito and... God, please, God, don't let this man put another West Ham shot on again, Andy Carroll. The game started, you know, it's been discussed on many channels and discussed all over Twitter. We give them too much confidence straight away. They were high pressing, physical, and that is how you play against West Ham. If you don't even have to be the most skillful team in the world, you put a bit of physicality against West Ham, and you're gonna get results. Like I say, we was 1-0 down, sort of, again, well deserved from them. The only shot of any credit that I remember from us is Hernandez hitting the post with a tame sort of shot. But yeah, their goal, yeah, it was a deflected goal. It did deflect in, but more than they deserved. Listen, I wasn't sitting there going, oh, that was a lucky goal or whatever. They deserved it. And then the second... right at the end, you know, I thought if we can get them 1-0, you know, Pellegrini, give them a bit of a rollicking and we might have a chance to come back in it. But Obiang, dilly-dallying in midfield, turning and turning, nothing, gets robbed by Longstaff, and he puts it in, and it was a good goal actually from him. And I see him on Football Focus. I actually had a little joke with my dad and my brother-in-law. I said, I've seen him on Football Focus this morning, bet the geezer scores, put some money on him to score. And the geezer bloody goes and scores. He actually scored 2 in the end, didn't he? Second half started, obviously Pellegrini went all three, Perez came on, and Anderson came on, and yeah, it was just, I don't know, I really don't know. It was so poor. Frederick's come on as well. He looked quite busy, you know, returning from his injury. He's got a little bit of pace about him. And literally, what, 2 minutes into the second half, we're 3-0 down, and it's game over at that point. It really is game over. Another sort of tidy goal from them. Poor defence. Ogbonna is absolutely shocking. He gets bullied again by League One players. Desperately missing Valbuena, and all it screamed out today as well in the midfield. It just proves how much that 20-year-old Declan Rice is to our midfield. There was just no composure. There was no one doing the dirty stuff like winning the ball back, because Declan just wins it back, gets rid of it to the key players. Yeah, we did pull one back. Perez, nice tidy finish, good goal, 3-1. At 3-2, we did get a bit of belief back. A lovely free kick from Anderson. He was trying to make things happen, you know, as best he could, but there was no quality around him. Perez did have another chance that could have made it 3-3, but wasn't to be. And then sort of just towards the end, about the 87th, weren't it? They went 4-2 up and game over. Listen, that was one of the most important games this season. We're not going to finish any higher, really. 7th is max. We're not going to get relegated. So that game was the most important game, you know. He should have went out full first team for that. You know, he should have, I don't know, he just should have started Rice, should have started Anderson. And the players that have been doing so, even Nasri, put Nasri in there. The geezer needs as many minutes as he can. He's a good little player. He's been technically very good. And like, yeah, okay, the Wolves game is in a couple of days, but the cup is there to be won. With Wolves, yeah, that's an important game in terms of league finishing and how high you're going to finish. But in terms of winning something and giving the fans something to get excited about and the players something to play for, it should have been first team out there. And all this crap that come out afterwards about Marko Arnautovic signing a new contract, obviously speculation of that, you know, there's a clause in there, a 45 million release clause, just so that it can go into somewhere. What does that say as a club? You know what I mean? Like, the geezer should be happy to play anyway. He's got a very good contract, and always, oh, I love the fans. Listen, every single West Ham fan channel said it. Twitter is all over Twitter. Listen, mate, if you love West Ham so much, where was you for Bournemouth? Where was you for Wimbledon last night? We needed you there last night. You know, you are the talisman. You are the man who's the goals. You laud yourself about that you're the next Zlatan. You're the one, you know, it's a disgrace, absolute disgrace, all this, and the timing, even if it was a time tweet for the media team, come on, as soon as that game finished last night, it should have been, we'll save that tweet, you know, for a couple more days. Yeah, just so poor. Masuaku poor. Adrian is not Fabianski. Carroll, as I say, that man should never put on a West Ham shirt again. He is awful. Like, won no headers. He's lost his physical presence, in my opinion. The balls don't stick to him like they used to. You know, he used to be able to sort of bring it down and lay players off. It's not there. Yeah, he may have scored a goal a couple of weeks ago, but for me, no. Chicharito just walks around, wanders around, and like, oh, I'll just stand here, and then maybe the ball will come to me. Poor. Who else is there that I can dig out? Look, people are saying Antonio tried hard. Okay, yeah, the geezer did try hard. He ran around, but I can run around and try hard. The geezer's got no quality. No quality. He's poor. Poor. Yeah, he can run. He can run down the line. No cross. No, he cannot shoot to save his life. Listen, I might get a bit of criticism for that, but that's my opinion. He's another deadwood player for me. Ogbonna is shocking. Obiang, he's just stagnated now. He's going downhill. Yeah, so disappointed, guys. So disappointed with that result. It just, again, another thing that's sort of creeping around the West Ham circles as well is obviously we're not signing any players. And the Marko Arnautovic thing is probably the boards loved it. The boards loved that distraction because it's took away from the fact that we're not signing any players. At the end of the day, yep, Lanzini may be back in 6 weeks' time. Yarmolenko's out for the season. And it just proved how weak our squad is beyond the first 11. Beyond that first 11, you take Rice out of that team, you take Fabianski out of that team, you take Balbuena out of that team, and Anderson. It's a very weak around it. There's not much else around it. We still do need players. And, you know, why are we not looking at Ruben Loftus-Cheek on loan? Or, you know, people like that. Why are we not trying to dig out a little loan just to, you know, so we've got a bit more depth in the squad? I don't know. No man of the match for me. The absolute disgrace. The man of the match is the fans who turned up and stayed there for the 90 minutes and watched that pile. Do you know what I mean? Absolute disgrace. Yeah, it's a shame. Like I say, my birthday would go out and nothing left to play for. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Let me know your opinions on the game. Let me know your sort of opinions on the future. Do you also think that we should be trying to sign some players? Still a couple of days left. What do you make of the Marko Arnautovic thing? Let me know, guys, in the comments below. If you've not subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button if you like the video. Dislike if you want to. It's your opinion, your choice. You're free to it. Until then, guys, come on your minds. Keep believing. Let's go.